Your health, your fitness, and your well-being has a direct link to how successful you are in every other aspect of your life. Let's get into that. Hey everybody, my name is Jackie Grant. Welcome to Connect and Grow podcast and also our YouTube. So here we go with our conversation around health, fitness, and well-being. Are you investing in your health, your fitness, and your well-being? Maybe you want to lose some weight. Maybe you want to have some more energy. Maybe your goal is to have a really successful business and you're just trying to work out why you don't have the energy for all of it. Maybe you run a business and you've noticed that staff have got sick leave, you're having trouble filling the roster, you're losing clients because you're not able to fill the shifts that they need. Maybe the profit margins of your business have decreased recently, but you haven't quite worked out why. It's like, oh yeah, things are a bit quiet, all businesses are struggling. When you're not taking care of your health, your fitness, and your well-being, other aspects of your life suffer, but also the other aspects of your life will impact your health, your fitness, and your well-being. So let's just break that down a little bit more, because I've got a program and a membership that will help you with both of these, but I also work with businesses on this as well. So let's take for a moment that you have the most amazing job that you absolutely love, but there's an aspect of your job that really stresses you out. You feel completely exhausted when you get home. You feel unappreciated, and you've tried to speak to your boss about it, or maybe you're the boss and you can't let this client go at the moment because they're your primary source of income. Okay? So your job brings you the money in so that you can live your life doing whatever it is that you do. And you might have a gardening hobby, you might have a hiking hobby, you might have games, whatever your hobby is, whatever your enjoyment is. You may love to travel. Your job helps you to do that. But you notice that you're feeling fatigued. You notice that you're feeling burnt out. You notice that there's a little ounce of resentment. Oh, I've got to go to work. I don't really want to turn the computer on. Yeah, I don't really want to read my emails. I'm just not feeling it. Or you might take to social media and you talk about, even though you post anonymously, you still talk about the client that is hitting you, spitting you, or your boss just doesn't get it, or your boss isn't paying you the right amount of money. They're all signs of stress and fatigue and getting close to burnout. When you're sitting there going, damn it, I wish it was Sunday and not Monday. Just don't want to answer that message. Oh my gosh, people are idiots. Like, sick of answering this question. Burnout. You're getting close to burnout. And then that starts to filter into your personal life. As a boss, you might notice that a few people they're just not showing up for the shift. And you're calling them like, where are you? You're supposed to be at this shift. I just decided not to come. I'm casual, so it won't matter. Actually, it does, because you have responsibilities. But now, what's the problem? And if the person doesn't communicate, then it's going to be hard to solve it, right? But chances are there's some burnout. Chances are there were some little signs along the way that showed you that person was maybe getting burnt out. Or if it's yourself, where you are sitting there going, oh man, it's Sunday. It's 9 o'clock on a Sunday morning and I've got to work tomorrow. Yeah, no, I think I'm feeling, I've got a fever, feeling sick. When you're starting to stress on your days off that you've got to go back to work, two things. Are you in the right job is the first thing. And the second thing is burnout. How is your health? What foods are you eating? Are you doing Uber fish and chips, or are you doing McDonald's, or are you doing a lot of take-in, like order in, so takeaway, order in? Are you ordering in a lot of junk food? When was the last time you ate some fruit that wasn't in a salad as such, like, just a piece of fruit? How much water are you drinking? When you go to sleep, do you go to sleep straight away and you go, oh yes, I'm awake, it was a great sleep, I feel good, yep, good stretch, ready for the day? Is that how you wake up? Or do you go, hit that snooze button? Man, I don't want to wake up. I'm done. I'll just get another 5 minutes, just 5 more minutes. Let's wake me up in 5 more minutes. Are you talking to your friends about the negatives of your job? Like, oh my gosh, I had this client and they did this, or, yeah, I really just need to look for a new job, but you don't take any action. Are you noticing that you've just got no energy? Like you went to move some furniture and you found you had no strength about you. Like it was like, no strength. Are you noticing that you notice more problems than you do fun solutions? Are you talking about problems more than you're talking about reading a good book or watching a movie? Or, hey, you know what? I was just listening to this song and I remember. Are you staying home where you used to go out a lot more and not because of financial reasons? These are all signs that your health, your fitness and your well-being, so each of those is suffering in some way, right? And the signs start early. And as those signs are there, they start to creep in and they filter in. But what happens is we're often reactive rather than responsive. So what happens is you get people that want to take from you or want you to give for free, or people that are just like, you just feel like you're unappreciated in your job. So it's like, rather than look at how this job is impacting your health, you look at the fact that it's the job's fault or it's something else external to you. And yes, there will be external contributing factors, but your mental health, your physical health, and your emotional health are all giving you signs that the situation that you're in is not suited to you and that a change is needed. And as part of that change is accountability and ownership. Now, often when you want to make a change around losing weight, you go and find a diet program or an exercise program or an all-in-one program that's going to tell you what to do. And they have their place, right? But what I noticed, and I started this in 2018, is what I noticed is that people might get those short-term results while they're on the program, but they don't get the long-term results. It's the same as in my group of people that 8 years ago when I had bariatric surgery, we formed this group. And about a year ago, we kind of all reconnected, like, how are you going? And only 2 of us out of 20 had kept our weight off. The others were all looking at having other surgery or had other surgery to lose the weight. They gained the weight back plus more, and they were then cycling through that, and some of them were cycling through that for a second time. So they had had one lot of surgery, they lost some weight, they gained the weight back, they lost weight again. After a second surgery, they're now gaining the weight back again. I'm like, how is this possible? What's going on? Now, I started asking those questions the first time I heard people had gained the weight back. I'm like, what is going on? I noticed in workplaces, and especially when I was the manager of a team, I was like, why are people, like, what's going on? Why are they sick? Like, yeah, I get it that people get sick, like you get the cold, you get the flu, but why are they constantly sick? What's going on? I noticed that a lot of our clients were not encouraged to take care of themselves. In fact, a lot of the staff would encourage them the wrong way, which actually then compounded and had a negative impact on their disability. So it actually made things a lot worse. In 2018, after having done further studies in coaching and things like that and having become a personal trainer, I set out the Make It Happen program. And the goal of the program wasn't to tell you what food to eat, what exercises to do, what mindfulness strategies to do, although they are in there. It was about you coming back and connecting at your core level. Why do you want to create this change? Why is your health important? Why is releasing weight important? Why is becoming fitter important? Because until it is important up here and in here, in your heart, nothing changes for the long term. That's exactly the same for business. Now, the other thing I learned was that when people are given all of this information and they just do this, this, and this, they don't actually own it. So that when doing this doesn't work long term, they go, that program was crap. The surgery didn't work. The clients are a pain in the boss is nasty. It's everything else's fault but the person's, because they were told what to do. They went ahead and followed this list, and it only worked for a short amount of time. Why? Because they didn't own it. They didn't grab it and adapt it to themselves. And that's where the Make It Happen program is different and works long term. I have taken over 200 people through this program, and every single one of them, even to this day, in 2024, going into 2025, has had long-term results. They have had long-term results. Now, I had to stop delivering the program for a little bit because of a conflict of interest. So it was something that I couldn't keep it going. But some of these strategies, some of this information that's in Make It Happen program, I use with businesses. And we take aspects of this program and we work with businesses on their health and wellbeing program and team building, which is part of their work, health and safety obligations. In fact, if they don't have this kind of thing in place, even as a sole trader, if you don't have this in place, there are fines. Like there's fines that apply. And I've worked with organizations and they've gone, right, you have to go through this new training on the health and well-being, and then we've got this new policy on this and you have to do. I'm like, oh man, sick of doing this training. It's like, but it showed that the organization was committed to meeting their legal obligations, right, to their staff. What you did with it afterwards was on you, but they were there, they were offering the information, they were supportive. They also had amazing coaching programs as well, one of the organizations I worked with, which was brilliant. But what a lot of businesses don't do very well at all, and this is across the streams, is actually take their employee health and well-being to that next level. They do the basics, and some don't even do the basics. I've been talking to businesses and I'm saying, you know, we can come and work on team building and I can come and help around the health and well-being of the business. And they go, you know what, we're really struggling financially at the moment. The sector has really changed. We can't afford to bring anybody in to do that. Now, the consequences of that is a potential fine. because they're not necessarily meeting all of their work health and safety obligations. So what I want to ask you is, what are the consequences of you not investing in your health, your fitness and well-being? What is it costing you by not taking care of your physical health, your emotional health, your mental health? What is it costing you? Is it costing you enjoyable time with your family and friends? Is it costing you extra because you're buying junk food to feel better? Is it costing you the enjoyment of your job, the enjoyment of life? What is it actually costing you to not invest in your health, fitness, and well-being? I would honestly love to know, because it will be costing you something. And if it doesn't cost you something now that you can pick and see, that if you can't pick it easily now, it will cost you down the track, because emotionally, mentally, and physically, if we're not taking care of ourselves, if we're not seeing ourselves as a priority, where we choose nutritional food, where we move our body, where we do some mindfulness, where we do things that we love and enjoy. When we're not doing a lot of that, we've lost our purpose, we've lost our drive, we've lost our motivator, and it's like there's a hole in the bucket, so to speak. There's a hole in your energy, and your energy is just slowly seeping away, right? And it could be that it's being sucked away because of an external thing, such as, you really hate your job, but you're not making a change. You just rather, I really hate my boss and I'm not getting paid this, and oh, my client's abusive, and oh my gosh, people just want everything for free, and you're talking about the problems all the time, and your energy is being zapped out, but you're not willing to create a change. You just want to talk about it, and then after a while, your health will decline. After a while, your energy will decline, because it's all going to this external thing over here. There is an image that I was given once with some study, and it's of a picture this being a iceberg, right? So the iceberg. Now, the iceberg sits, so there's a part that's above the water level, so sea level, and there's a part that's below sea level. Okay, so we'll just do it that way. Now, with this particular image of the iceberg, it's like, well, above the sea level is the conscious, and below the sea level is the subconscious. And this was, when I learned all this, it was all about what is seen on the the conscious level, what we're fully aware of, and what we're not so aware of on the subconscious level. And there's a whole lot more to this. I'm not going to go into that right now. But also, I took this a little further, and I went, actually, we are like the iceberg, right? So what's above sea level people can see, and what's below sea level people can't see. So people make judgments on what they can see above sea level, right? So what they can see up here. But they're not aware of what's going on down here, and sometimes it's quite deep, what's going on down here. Sometimes what people see is only a small amount, so what they can see above. So people make judgments on what they see of you above sea level, what they can see. And your consciousness and your subconscious, so what's above and below sea level, are also energetically what they pick up on. So when you are somebody that is not taking care of yourself, when you are stressed, when you are anxious, when you are angry, when you're fatigued and frustrated, maybe because of these external forces over here, and they're impacting you and they're taking all your energy. what people then see is a person that they may not want to engage with for business because they're like, is this person actually going to be interested in me? Excuse me. Is this person going to show up for me at the energy and the level that I require them to? It's amazing how on a subconscious level we pick up so much from a person, and then we react. Often we react before we respond. But when you choose to take back control of your life, when you choose to sit in ownership of your mental well-being, your physical well-being, and your emotional well-being as much as you possibly can, then all of this noise over here, all of these demands of you over here suddenly start to change. Sorry, I have a tickle in my throat. All of it starts to change. You get to go, I'm going to choose how I respond to this rather than react. I'm going to choose that my energy is so important to me that I'm only going to give it a little bit because I'm taking back control. I'm checking for any little holes that are allowing energy to leak out, and I'm going to seal them up, and I'm back in control of my life. And you are always going to have these external forces knocking on your door. Like, hey, I want your attention. And some of them will be big and loud, and some of them will just be a little tap. But when you're in control of your health, your fitness, and your well-being, by taking care of you, by knowing what's important to you at a core level and allowing your vibrance to shine, then life is so much more enjoyable. And when you do have a health challenge, because you will have them at some point, and when you have somebody that's stressing you out, because it will happen at some point, and when you have to make a decision about a job or a person, you will be able to do it from a clear mind, clear eyes, clear heart, because you have invested in you. And that's what the Make It Happen program teaches you. It actually teaches you and empowers you how to do that. And when you bring all of that together, your life is so much better. I have seen it happen with the people I've worked with, but more importantly, I've been doing it myself. My neighbor shared with me the lightness around it, and I was like, what have I done differently? I don't know what I've done differently. Like, what is she seeing? What is she picking up on? And I realized that the minute I started to work on bringing back Make It Happen program and the membership and Connect and Power Soul membership and planning events, I was like, yes, I'm like taking better care of me, because that was taking care of my emotional being. And then the physical stuff, people noticed a change in me physically. And then emotionally, I started to feel even better, more grounded. It was because I started living the Make It Happen program on a daily basis. So let's talk about that program just a little more. So what you get for the Make It Happen program, it is a 12-week program. However, you get access to it for 12 months. So you can come back and listen to anything that you want. We have sections that talk about weight release or weight management, nutrition, exercise and mindfulness, your well-being. So there's different sections in there. Each week you work on a new strategy, and they're not the strategies. We're not going to tell you what to eat, although there is some examples. We're not going to tell you what to exercise, because you know what? You know that. But if you don't, you can book a session and we'll work it out, right? Like, we can work it out. It's all good. But we give you starting point. We give you, it's about empowering you to connect here to a core level of what's important for you. Also in the Make It Happen program is questions in the program book, is questions about what's important to you. Because You can have the perfect nutritional eating plan. You can have the perfect exercise plan. You can have the perfect plan for your sleep and your mindfulness and your meditation, right? It can be perfect. But unless you connect with it, unless your why you want to create this change is really strong, you won't stick with it. Just like you won't stick with the Make It Happen program. I think I've had 2 people the entire time of running it that said I didn't get value out of it. And I went, no, let's explore that. And I said, did you do the questions? Nope. Why would I do the questions? Because they're part of the program. If you answer the questions, you know the next step to take. Did you create the vision board? No. Okay, cool. Did you set a goal each week and an intention each week? No. Okay, cool. Did you do any part of the program that we highlighted to you with your weekly activities and, even checking in on your food? Did you do any of that? No. Okay, so therefore, because you didn't take any action, you weren't going to get anything from the program. But I paid all this money for this program and nothing changed. And I said, that's because you didn't take any action. But I shouldn't have to. I should have just been able to create a change. I said, did you look at the food plan? No. Okay, so you started a program, you signed up for a program, but you didn't look at any of the online content, you didn't listen to any of the audios. No. Therefore, and I said, well, therefore you couldn't get value out of it because you didn't take part in the program. You have to take action for whatever it is that you want in your life, whatever program you sign up for, whatever tips, tools, and strategies you receive, whatever your goal is, whether it is focusing on your health, fitness, and well-being, or whether it's focusing on growing your business. And we talk about businesses in disability in other videos as well. But whatever it is, it's really important that you make the commitment and you take the action. Now, your health, your fitness, and your well-being will change for the better with Make It Happen program. You're just going to have to do a little bit of work, right? We have the platinum version. It costs a lot more because it includes coaching and support with me for those 12 weeks. But this is all an investment in you. Make It Happen program is $188. There's payment plan over 12 weeks. I don't know what that works out. It's like, say, let's call it $22 a week maximum. Like, I haven't done the math. You can do the math. I'm not good at the math straight on the go. But when you invest in your health, when you invest in your well-being, when you invest in you, you get to own it. You get to take control of your life. You get to live life on your terms. And that is a gift to you. That is exciting. Keep watching and subscribe for more. We give content. We don't sell in every one, but I just really wanted to share with you that opportunity. At the end of the video and in the description is the links to Make It Happen program. You can go check it out. You can check out Make It Happen membership as well. And you can also check out Connect and Grow magazine. Each are interlinked, so we give you discounts in each of them. So if you sign up for one, you get discounts to the others because we believe in you and we want to bring you value. Please take care of you and invest in you because you are amazing and you are worth it. Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe, like, and share. We're bringing more content to you every single week. Take care. You've got this. You really do.